Okay, so I actually wanted to, yeah, it's a question, and I think it ties into what you're doing as coaching and helping people. And I think it's so powerful. Even my dad said on a podcast, he says, you know, Eve, I used to wonder, why do people get coaches? Why do, you know, successful people earning millions, but they're paying so much for coaching? Because everyone needs a coach. Everyone. And that's why for you guys who are watching this, you have an amazing person here who's giving so much value. Everyone needs that. And even for me, it's like, to have this information is so valuable and something that I have to get into. So I'll tell you, I fired my job. Now I like to say that, but we can say we ended mutual ways. And when it happened, it was like I was in the deep end. What am I going to do? I have things to pay. That's my income. Now that's gone. The parachute's gone. And, you know, maybe the survival mode is, okay, do this and apply for another job. But like even Dad said, maybe Eve, this is a waking call. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to apply for another job. I want to go full time into what I'm doing, you know, and really go all in. So what would be your advice? Because what I'm going through now and the fear and everything and going all in, other people are maybe going through it, you know, and I think about that. So like in that situation, what advice would you have for me, but also for people who are going through the same situation? I know you're watching this video, but real quick, please guys, please make sure you take the time to like, share and subscribe.
Yeah, so you have the opportunity now to actually now sit and be realistic. I have always said to people when somebody comes to me and said, do I quit my job? What do I do? You can't be creative when you're worried.
Survival.
So if you can't pay your bills, you need to think about it. When you find yourself here, now you've been given an opportunity to open your parachute, to fly, to give yourself permission to really fly. Get into it and give yourself deadlines. You know, it's steps, small steps that get you to where you're wanting to be. It only looks bigger and harder and achievable because you look at it and think, oh, but in a year's time, I won't do this. What do I need to do today to ensure that the vision I have, I'll achieve it? So how do I get up today and make sure that I can do something towards my business, towards my goal to pay my rent? Initially, it will have to be about money, but then it has to become about service. And until you're really doing what you do for service, for purpose, it doesn't land. You can have all the talent you have in the world. You can have all the networking you need in the world, but if it's not for a purpose and it's not for service, it doesn't land. So steps, sitting back, and really I'm very big on planning and goal setting, because if it's not planned, it won't be achieved. If you wake up today and you don't have today planned, you're just going with the flow. Yeah, and I get it, being in the flow and whatever, but if you don't know what is it that your intention of today is, you will not get to where you want to be. But if you wake up today and your intention is, I want to be able to produce 5 podcasts because that's where my vision is going. Okay, I may not be able to do 5, but I could start with doing 1, doing whatever until you hit to the number that you're looking into. So really it's about planning, and everybody's situation is going to be different.
You're driven by a mission. You're driven by a vision. I understand you. Here at ETS Rubasha Media, we're all about nurturing your vision. We all know social media content is the utmost important in 2024. If you don't have content, you won't survive in the marketplace.
Whoever has the attention has the leverage. What's going on in the world? It's called the media infrastructure in our society has shifted. Have you ever wondered why when there's a coup, while they go to the palace to get the guy or the gal, they also go to the newspaper, radio station, and TV station? Whoever controls the message has the leverage. For the first time in history, we as human individuals have the ability to have scale. I get more consumption on my LinkedIn than CNBC gets viewers. That's absurd.
And not just any content, strategic content that you can post consistently to grow your social media following, grow your business, grow your legacy, grow your personal brand. This is the time to do it. And it's all about collaborating strategically. It's about using your mind, using the power of your mind to connect with individuals, media, to be able to get your message out there. The link in the description, you guys can book a call with me and we can get started on your journey today.
We see people's stories that I sat on my friend's couch and from there I've been able to make millions. But I want people to remember, for as long as you're in survival mode, you will not be able to be creative. So it's important to really give yourself like that time planning and thinking, what do I need to do next? But don't also let all these other things, because sometimes people fail to start because I don't have a business plan, I don't have a, just jump. Just jump. What is it that I need to do? Just do it. Stop overthinking all these things. Once you have a customer and then you have a product, you have an idea, the concept of a product, you've gotten the customer for it, now go create that, make the offer and go out there.
And just to touch base on what you just said there, I went to an entrepreneur event last week and there was two speakers, entrepreneurs, and she was a lady, she left her corporate job to be an entrepreneur. And they said there's never a right time to be an entrepreneur. There's never, he said, I know geniuses, brilliant minds, working in corporate jobs, but they weren't able to get out those ideas and those visions and start something because they never knew the right time. So like you said, also to jump, and yes, it's so true. You can't be in survival mode. That base income, and even like Dad was saying, to be able to just have that little base income coming in at least to settle you, so then you can be creative, because you can't be in survival mode and creative mode at the same time. And I think that's also a powerful leader, is able to help your team in moments of pressure, moments of stress, move from survival to creation. To
really get to creation. And for somebody who's thinking, I just don't know the right time, to me I say timelines. Being able to say, in 3 months, I'm out of here, and really honoring those words. Holding yourself accountable that you're doing everything you can do to honor those timelines. Just being very clear on timeline. What do I do? When am I going to do it? And get out, do it. Get out, do it. But you can't be waking up at 10 and expect you're gonna have an amazing life. There's no billionaires or Wangari Maathais of the world that wake up at 10. So it's really getting back to, what do I need to do me to grow me? Growth starts from here, from myself. And then you can go to the world and sell the product that you want to sell.
So I love that. So grow here. Be here, and then now the strategy and everything else comes.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're gonna love that one.